Hey guys, it's Nate, aka TheFutAccountant. Welcome back to the channel. We are back after a great few days away. It is great to be back here for La Liga Team of the Season and all the craziness that has happened on this game since La Liga TOTS dropped. We not only have good EVO and SBC content, surprisingly decent content in a couple of those areas, but we have a market that has been shaken up by these new La Liga Team of the Season cards coming out at decent prices and other cards on the market dropping because of that. Well, there's a lot of reasons why different prices are dropping. Even some of the store packs yesterday are one of the reasons why we have 85 rateds below 1,000 coins. 89 rateds have dropped a lot, and Team of the Season fodder cards in the market have gotten really cheap as well. We're going to talk about all the reasons why the market's been dropping today and talk about what could be coming out today on Saturday to make things even more interesting. We still have big player SBCs that we didn't see released yet, and maybe another paid evolution. Let's talk about it, guys. If you're excited for this one, drop a thumbs up to the video, hyped video, and subscribe if you are new. Now we're going to dive into all the content that dropped yesterday first for La Liga Team of the Season Friday, the last league of TOTS. We have our last La Liga TOTS exhibition release here as well, with 2 Team of the Season cards, of course, as the group reward with a guaranteed TOTS pack, but there's also some really solid packs inside of this, an 8320, an 8415, 8310, 8420, and then a 3 playstyle plus low driven shot max 90 Evo that you can add to any card there. That's pretty solid. Honestly, I've fallen behind. Of course, as you guys know, we have to get 3 of the 5 done of these exhibitions, and I completely forgot to play Bundesliga and League One. So your boys got to finish La Liga to unlock the Ultimate TOTS finale entry that will be happening next week during Ultimate TOTS. So make sure, if you have not completed 3, if this is the last one that you can complete like me to get that done, make sure you go ahead and do that. We were wanting to see how these La Liga cards moved on the market for people building teams. I didn't think they were going to move that great, and kind of with the way the market started moving yesterday after content, these cards have followed the trend of how prices moved from 38k on Gonzalo Guedes up from 28k earlier in the week. He's now down at 14k. These La Liga cards dropped for sure. Even Kylian Mbappe, this dude's about to be out of packs for 2 weeks. He went from 270 all the way down to 230. That might be a reinvestment opportunity at like 220 to 230,000 coins, because he's out of packs right now, and he's going to be out of packs again next week during Ultimate TOTS. That's just something to kind of remember. As we take a look through the rest of our objectives that we had yesterday, we have a TOTS Champions Qualification point bonus, which is nice that you don't have to play rivals to get your champs points. It's nicer when they just give them to us, but it is what it is. And here's the bonus objective this week for La Liga. I think I'm going to do this one, guys. It's only win 6 with 3 La Liga players in your starting 11, and I feel like you get better packs and playstyles this time around. An 83 by 15s inside of here, and 2 3 playstyle plus boosting Evos that are max 90. First, Far Reach Plus for a 3rd playstyle plus on a goalkeeper, which is cool. And then also we've got a Enforcer Plus here for a max 90 card as well. But again, the guaranteed TOTS pack is the group reward. Just being La Liga and Liga F is a nice one. We also have the Adapt Your Tactics objective that was dropped yesterday. This one I'm probably going to be skipping. That 82 by 10 seems cool, but I'm going to be skipping that one. We've got the Liga Portugal midfielder Hjulmand, who has decent playstyle pluses himself there. Some very small packs and a little bit of SP for getting him done, as well as a John Martin silver TOTS card. Now, let's go to where the content got good yesterday, and that was the Evos. We had 2 Evos released yesterday, guys. I'm going to start with the big one first, the Max 91, very hyped Total Football center attacking mid evolution. Now, I like this Evo, but my first kind of initial response to this was, I'm a little underwhelmed, and that's because of the price and just because of how much these Evos are getting hyped. This is our first Max 91 Evo of the year. I still think I was expecting maybe a little bit more, but again, after I look at some of the cards that come out of this, I mean, that feels very nitpicky of me, to be completely honest, because we're going to 3 playstyle pluses here, with Finesse Shot being the first, Tiki Taka being the second, and the third one being Incisive, with 5-star, 5-star being a very nice boost. And you see some of those stat caps, 95 dribbling, 92 reactions, 92 shot power. That's one of the things that I think right away I was kind of put off by some of the stat caps I was hoping to see go a little higher. But when you look at the cards, like I got some great options in the club here, like this Diego Luna. He goes at 95 dribble, 93 pace. That's not even my best card. Hold on. Let me show you the two that look the best. Pulisic, 94 pace. I know the shooting and passing's maybe a little bit low, but 95 dribbling. That's where this Evo seems to be giving the biggest and best boost, is the shooting stat for certain cards, but then the dribbling stat as well. Like you can take some cards up above 94, 95. Yeah, like this Gio Reyna, 94 shooting, 95 dribbling. That's a card that's very tempting to me. Getting 5-star through this Evo with that stat boost. I know he's going to 93 rated, but that to me looks worth 125K. All things considered. Now, I also don't love, and I said this yesterday in the video, how I was hoping to see that base playstyles would go above 7. They don't. So you're going to 7 base playstyles and then 3 playstyle pluses. So EA's still kind of holding back in that regard. And even in the stats a little bit, you could say EA's holding back. But the more that I look around in my club, if you've used that attacker round out Evo, really guys, we talked about it when it dropped. We knew it was going to be super duper important, but that attacker round out Evo is just so important for getting the best Evo chains completed. Not like you have to put this on the same player 10 times. It's like you're putting it on one card 2 or 3 times maximum, sometimes just once, to get them to that super high rating, that then you can put them into a max 91 Evo and they go bananas. Like this Dempsey, I can put Dempsey into this Evo and then he would still fit into the new evolution that just came out yesterday, Total Football. So that might be what I do from this, because I think Dempsey might be at 94 pace, 94 shooting, and 95 dribble. If I do that with Finesse Plus, and we're absolutely cooking with that card if we do that. So make sure do not sleep on that attacker round out Evo if you still have it. And of course, if you take a look at Footbin, there are some crazy cards you can make with this. We're looking at Bahoya Foot Birthday, who has 98 pace. Of course, there's no pace cap on this Evo. That was super nice. Luchter's a very popular card. She's very meta. Her 99 pace fantasy card goes into this. I can't believe we called this one earlier in the week. Remember, we saw this Evo leak, and I was like, if this Alawayron fits, that'd be crazy. The dude does fit with 99 pace, and he's up to 400,000 coins max price, basically, after being 232K, because he's got that huge pace boost there. Adiemi, this is a card I would not put in the evolution because, you're going to get Tiki Taka Plus, and that might be erased off the card this next week when Germany announces their World Cup squad. If Adiemi does make it, he will get an upgrade off that, but you'd probably lose that Playstyle Plus, and it would be replaced with a new one. So overall, the Total Football Evo looks pretty good. Now, the other Evo that we had yesterday is the TOTS Career Path Evolution. We saw this leaked, we touched on it, and I was not expecting it to drop. Well, I'm glad that I was wrong, because we like these sorts of Evos. We like these Evos that we have the ability to customize a card with stats, and maybe, like we see here, with a different direction in terms of stats based on what position that card will end up getting. It all started yesterday with Step 1. Step 2 comes out on Sunday, and Step 3 comes out on Wednesday. GG's EA for making this very simple. What we talked about in yesterday's video when we saw this leak was this needs to be simple, because some of these build your own type of evolution paths that we've had before have just gotten super crazy, just in-depth and confusing. And this one is easy. You put the player in the Evo and you get a really big stat boost specifically for defending. Guys, only strikers fit in this evolution. Max 89 striker Evo must not be center back. And man, I'm telling you, if there were center backs that actually were able to fit this, I have a center back with striker position because of Evos. That would be unbelievable, because you'd be able to create super crazy cards. But this is really interesting because you're getting a big defensive boost for your striker, and then from there you're going to kind of choose on Sunday, tomorrow, and then Wednesday when the second and third Evos come out, how you want that card to be boosted with playstyle pluses and with base playstyles. Now, looking at this leak here from ASY Foot Trader, the first the upgrade path, based on what position you go with, which is actually going to come after the newly released first step. It's going to be in Step 2 and Step 3. It's going to show you either Finesse Plus, Rapid, and Pinged for right mid or right wing. And of course, you're going to get base playstyles in there as well, as it shows here on the graphic. There's going to be base playstyles as a part of that. Or if you go cam slash center mid, you get incisive, intercept, and tiki taka. And again, through this evo, you're getting a pretty solid defensive boost right away. And that's where to the first step here is like, well, I don't know who I want to put into this. I don't think anybody should be putting a card into this evolution right now, unless there's one player that you know you're going to want to boost up from this. Honestly, guys, I would wait. I mean, you can eye out a card for sure and have a card in mind, but I think this is a certain sort of situation where you just want to wait and see when all 3 evos come out who fits best for you. Now, granted, this TOTS Career Path Starter Evo, you have to start within 9 days. So once the Evo comes out on Wednesday, you'll have to get this one done or at least start it pretty soon. And then you probably have to get to the level 2 and the level 3 not too long after that. But I like the concept. I like that it is simple. And I guess it really all depends on how good the stat boosts are going to be, because it looks like we're going to 3 playstyle pluses. The graphic here in game makes it look like it's only going to give 2. No, that's false. It's step 2, it gives you 1, and then step 3, it gives you 2 more. So yeah, we'll just see how many base playstyles it gives you as well. A lot of the cards that I was showing in my club there already have base playstyles, so that may not come into play depending on what the max limit is for those there. But I like the customizability of evos like this, and I'm kind of excited to have this one in the game. But it really just feels like you want to wait to put somebody into it until we see what level 2 and level 3 are going to look like. Like, you see people already on Footbin here trying to start chaining with Vinny Jr. That's fine, but I think you really don't want to submit anybody into this right away unless you know that's the card you want to evo, until we see the rest of the paths for that evo. You can't see the vision right now is probably the best way to say it. Now, let's go to SBCs, where things were a bit surprising yesterday because, guys, Julian Alvarez is freaking cheap. He is 6 squads and currently coming in at a price of only 185,000 coins. If this card was on the market, I think he would be there, or I know it's early, right? These cards are rare. They started out with no tradable pack supply from the promo packs yesterday. We'll talk about the prices on the market. I think this card might be this price or maybe like 200, 250K on the market if it was actually there. This is a good card. 5-star skills, 4-star weak foot, 94 dribbling and shooting. Looks unbelievable in terms of the stats. The strength stat, the physical looks really good as well. But it's that ball control line of play styles all being there that makes me think the left stick dribbling on this card is going to be crazy. I just think he's going to perform so good in game. 95 reactions, 95 finishing, attack positioning, shot power with low driven, finesse, base, incisive. You know, like I said in the video yesterday when we saw his league stats, I could do without the incisive, but still going to be useful for a striker, especially if you're going to play him like false 9. He's got the false 9 plus. But that left stick dribbling and the finishing ability of this card is going to be amazing. And again, he's 6 squads, starting with an 87, couple of 88s, couple of 89s, 189 rather, and then some 90s. Again, with how cheap fodder has gotten, that's part of the conversation today. That SBC is dirt cheap. He is very thumbs up on Footbin, as you can see here. 80% thumbs up. Now, I was expecting Graham Hansen to be yesterday, and instead we get this Julian Alvarez, but I'm not going to lie, I am okay with it just because of how cheap that is and how much of a fun card that might be. I might just complete that card to use him in the La Liga TOTS exhibition during the week this week. Now, the other player SBCs we had yesterday were a La Liga showdown between Fer Lopez and Guruzeta. Those are pretty cheap SBCs to complete. They're 20,000 coins apiece, so if you want to get involved there, you can. And probably my favorite, well, one of my 2 favorite SBCs yesterday is the new 84x10. Can we finally give EA some, like, claps? This is overdue, so maybe claps are not in order, but, like, the 8314 is a thing of the past. The 84x10 is finally here, and guys, it's cheaper. The 83 times 14 was an 84 rated squad with an inform, if I remember correctly. The 84x10 is an 83 rated squad with a team of the week or a team of the season. Dub. That is fantastic. They made it even cheaper. You're profiting every single time you do this. You're turning in 9 83s, one of them being a team of the week, maybe, if you can get that, and then 2 82s, and you're getting back 84s and above. Fantastic on that 84x10. That is out for how long? 2 weeks. Fine. That's great. We love that. That's very good. What we also love is the week 5 TOTS upgrade that you could do, of course, 3 times per day. La Liga and Liga F cards are in this. Claudia Pina, Lamine Yamal are in this. So for the price of an 85 and 86, which I believe it's been every single week, get a couple of those done through the week and try them out. Now, the last SBC to discuss is the player pick. The 83 plus La Liga or Liga F player pick. The same as the other weeks where we had the 82 plus, like last week during League 1. But this week, it's an 83 plus. I have not opened any packs yet for La Liga team of the season. So let's open 7 of these 83 pluses really quick. And I would love to hear from you guys. How good are these? Because I've seen a couple people say these are cracked. And then I've heard some other people say that they're not so good. So I'm going to try 7 now for myself here. Again, what we were getting last week from League 1 just seemed to be way too good to be true. But I got to hear from you guys because I wasn't on the stream yesterday. I haven't had an opportunity to open too many packs. I'm absolutely going to be opening some this weekend as we're doing things. But like, okay, this is not starting out that great. But the thing is with these La Liga picks and packs, the pack grind, the ceiling is so much higher this week. You've got Pina, Lamine Yamal, so many other crazy TOTS cards that are in packs that you could get. I know I didn't get any there, but it's the what if, right? It's the chance at packing one of those big cards with that 83 plus grind. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on how those have been hitting for you. Let's open, do I have an 85-3? Yeah, let's open a couple of 85-3s really quick. Before we start talking about the market, where I want to start talking about fodder prices, I want to pack some fodder or maybe get a blue tunnel because I've updated the counter to be accurate for the days that we missed being on the TFA away days. The counter is accurate, 145 team of the seasons. I fell behind it. First blue of La Liga. Come on. Center mid. Who's this? Porto. Wait. Okay, that's going to be a card that I don't... That's 146, but I don't know who that is. 93 rated Froholt. Okay. So we're on the board. We're on the board. 85 times 3. We've seen blue. Feels good to see a blue tunnel again. I cannot lie. Let's open one more 85 by 3, and then let's talk about those team of the season prices because those are one of the most interesting things to me on the market right now. All right, after that, nothing. So anyways, let me know how those 83 plus picks are treating you. I'm going to guess they're still good to do. That set that I did there wasn't great. I didn't hit a team of the season, but it was only 7. I'm going to keep doing them. I'm going to keep trying them out. But let's talk about fodder, guys. When I searched up the price of team of the season cards earlier at the start of the video, and before I started recording this video, I was shocked to see that these TOTS cards that were formerly selling, 92 rated TOTS cards, by the way, that were formerly selling last week at 20 to 22,000 coins are now only 14K. It's not just these cards that are dropping in price. It's like a lot of the market. And this came as a little bit of a surprise to me yesterday, but I think there's a couple reasons of why it makes sense. Now, let's get the full picture, the full story here. If you take a look at 85 rated cards, right now they're around 950 to 1,000 coins on the market. These cards, like we said, rose after content yesterday. We were expecting that to happen. That did happen. But with the 84 by 10 SBC giving out a lot more 85s and 86s, there's less demand, I think, for those, for people to go and do the provisions packs, right? Because the provisions are one of the packs in SBCs every single day that made the 85s and 86 rateds go up in price. I still think those cards are going to go up in price, but that is one of the reasons why 85s have gone down a good bit. I would buy these, $950, full send them. Hopefully they go to like 1.5 to 1.7K later today, and hopefully they go even higher than that during the week. But look at the rest of the fodder. 88s are 1.6K. 89s are 3,000 coins. Guys, stock them up on bid. Like, we have nice SBCs that are still incoming. We have ultimate team of the season that is still ahead. If they leak, the leakers say that there's going to be end of an era SBCs during Ultimate TOTS, which is the theme that we've had in the past couple of years. This fodder is going to rise because you've got players like Mo Salah. You've got players, I think, Andy Robertson. You've got Bernardo Silva. I think there's even a couple other players. Luka Modric, maybe? I'm not sure about that one. I have to double check me on that one. But there's plenty of end of an eras that could be released during Ultimate Team of the Season. And I think you'd want to have at least a decent stock of fodder, higher rated, 89s, 90s, if you want to get involved in that. Now, team of the season cards as well. What is going on here, guys, right? The 84 by 10s don't really explain this. And I think the reason that these cards are going down as much is 2 things. First of all, there's a crazy amount of team of the season that I think people have been stocking up on since the 84 by 10s are going to be coming out. People are just going to get more Team of the Seasons from doing the TOTS weekly upgrade. And there are more TOTS being packed now from player picks like we saw last week. And that, I think, is making prices go down because less people have to buy them off the market. But I also think there's more supply coming from other areas like the store. There were some new promo packs, again, albeit these are untradeable, but I guess there was this cornucopia pack that was dropped yesterday, which we have not seen in a while. Where's it at? The cornucopia, TOTS cornucopia pack, 350,000 coins. Allegedly, this pack is giving out some pretty crazy stuff. You know what? Let's freaking send it. Why not? 350,000 coins. We have coins to burn, coins to play with. Let's see if we get something. There's no guaranteed Team of the Seasons from this, but I'm hearing a lot of people talk about this pack, and a lot of people are opening. We get a double Liga Portugal walkout. Oh man, I was hoping for a La Liga. We have Araujo, the left back, and then who's this? Is that Kiwior? That's 94 rated Kiwior. So I get 2 Team of the Seasons added to the list there. Fermin 3 and Kamara 4. See, look at that. That's 4 Team of the Season cards from that. That's not even a good pack pull, to be completely honest. But I got 4 TOTS cards right there. And maybe EA is requiring less Team of the Season cards as well inside of the SBCs. I need to go ahead and check that just to double check and make sure. But the TOTS price drop is the one that surprised me the most out of everything yesterday. The 85 is going down. I was like, okay, yeah, they're getting required, right? I mean, maybe that's true. Only 1 Team of the Season required, or a Team of the Week in Julian Alvarez. Maybe that's going to become more of a consistent thing, as they're going to require less of them, and those cards may not move as much. But all I would say here is you can probably still get these on bid because, again, remember, it's the casuals that make these cards move up as much as they do. I would highly recommend getting on, especially 93 rated Team of the Seasons for about 14K. I think that seems like a very good investment for me. I don't think these are going to go to 25,000 coins like you saw there on Moultrie's card, but I could see them going back up to like 19 to 20K. I think those are good little buys there. However, you do have the tradable packs that are going to come out today that are probably going to supply those cards a bit more. So the Team of the Season price is dropping. I'm going to have to read into that a little bit more and like really try to figure that one out. That one's a little confusing to me because people still need Team of the Seasons, but as we saw, there's less required. So maybe that's one of the reasons why they're down. But of course, the lower rated fodder like the 85s, I think that's because of the 84 by 10 and people opening some safe packs yesterday as well. Safe packs probably does have something to do with it. Now, the other parts of the market that are getting shaken up are regular Team of the Season cards. Like these La Liga TOTS cards are coming in at a solid price. This is one of the most talked about cards in this game right now. Rafinha Team of the Season, 5-star, 4-star with the rapid and the quick step and the low driven, and it's Rafinha, and he's only 300,000 coins. And you know what that means. If Rafinha is 300,000 coins right now, then this card is going to end up being 200,000 coins later today. And think about what's going to happen when this card goes even cheaper, or when some of these other La Liga Team of the Season cards that people want to use because they're pretty big name players playing for Barcelona, playing for Real Madrid, La Liga cards with all those positions. People are logging on to try out these new La Liga TOTS players, and they're not that expensive. I think that is going to continue to hurt this market. Now, not everything is super cheap. Like, I think actually Arda Güler being 365K is maybe a little bit more than I thought he was going to be. You know, even a card like Muriqi and Carlos Romero, those cards probably will drop off more today. We know how this goes, right? Eric Garcia, Valverde, Pedri, still pretty expensive. Mbappe is extinct. Lamine Yamal is 10.9 million coins. But you can see that these cards and the SBC content and the Evo content yesterday all draining coins and being very popular, right? 125,000 coins for the Evo. Julian Alvarez, people are probably buying some fodder to finish this SBC. He's only 180K. That's taking some buying power off the market, and that is one of the reasons why you're seeing prices like this. Luis Diaz, 1.69 mil after he started the day over 2 mil on Friday. You take a look around the League One TOTS cards, 935K for Tovan. He was 1.1 mil on Friday, dropped like crazy after content. This is what I was seeing when I was looking at the market yesterday after content. Huge shakeup on the prices, a huge amount of panic. There was probably some overinvesting that was going on here on League One, especially heading into La Liga. I mean, how much hype was there going to be for these cards? So, like, some of the price drops do make sense a little bit. There was a nice Friday night bubble, so if you were able to buy here and time that, you did make some good coins, but man, maybe this is the week that actually brings us a bit of a market downturn, because last year it was during Premier League Team of the Season where we saw a big market downturn. This year, the market's been doing really good since the beginning of Team of the Season, since Serie A TOTS, because EA has injected so many coins into rewards, into Rivals, and into Foot Champs rewards. That's really, really helped the market. But maybe now, where we're getting closer to the World Cup, we're getting close to Ultimate Team of the Season as well, where people may be a little bit more afraid to spend their coins, and especially thinking that a card like a 96 rated Tovan, who would very likely be an Ultimate Team of the Season, could get re-released for that promo and then drop in price. Maybe that's one of the reasons why some of these are dropping. But this was just a common trend around many places on the market yesterday. Now, some cards are doing pretty good. Like, here's the dude, Jonathan Tah, right? We talked about buying him yesterday, and his price did good. He was from 720 up to 770, dropped after content. He got panic sold down to 720, but look at him now. He's back up to 770,000 coins. So it's not everything that is tanking right now. It just, Ryerson. Now that's tanked. We looked at this card yesterday. He was 225K. Holy. Now you do see a lot of this on the market as well. So I guess that card of Tovan that we just looked at and Tah that we just looked at are kind of in different places. Ryerson's in a very similar place as Tovan. They are dropping. But I guess overall, I'm feeling like this market's been shaken up a little bit, and I'm not wanting to hold on to too many cards at the moment. Like, you could do a couple here or there, try them out for your team. I'm always going to say that, but now I'm really thinking, all right, this is enough of a shakeup on the market that I'm actually thinking it might have some whole market impacts, and it might actually move prices more than just what is impacts, right? You know, the prices are going to move like crazy on these new cards because they're rare. EA has not dropped a rare or tradable store packs yet to really bring in supply for these cards. So it's like, yeah, you know, Alexia Putellas already seems decently affordable, but that's a card that I know is probably going to drop today because it's Saturday. But then you take a look at how her price dropping impacts the rest of the market when people see this card at 1.3 mil and like, wait a second, let me go try out the new Alexia Putellas Team of the Season card and sell the Luis Diaz, who I had before in my team, especially with people coming back onto the game for La Liga Team of the Season, which always happens because it's La Liga and Liga F. I think that's one of the reasons why you're seeing some of these price drops too, is people are just selling some cards they maybe previously had. Maybe they started out playing Team of the Season, Serie A, Premier League, but then they're logging on now and selling those cards to go get these new ones because it is a very hype league. The market crash / shake up at the moment is really a mixture of a lot of things, as I'm kind of discussing with you guys and still trying to grasp myself, like not being there live on stream yesterday to actually get a pulse for things live. It changes it a bit for me, because now I'm sitting here like I'm thinking through it and I'm like, yeah, I can see where this moved this and this moved this. But the TOTS cards, I'm like thinking about that a little bit. And then even some of these other Team of the Season cards, it's like, I think it's just the hype for La Liga, the content being good that drains coins, and the La Liga TOTS cards, at least for the solid middle tier ones, not being that expensive, that actually did hurt the prices. And I think I want to be cautious about that. Like right now, I still have the Cole Palmers. I completely forgot to sell him. But Cole Palmer and the Hincapies are really the only investment that I have. And today, Cole Palmer and Chelsea play against Manchester City for this upgrade. Also, Reinders will be playing for an upgrade as well. Winner of the FA Cup does get a boost. So, you know, keep an eye on those cards today. Same thing with the Semenyo fantasy card. But, you know, we're going to sell those into the hype and not risk it too much on those for sure. Now, let's transition into talking about today's content on Saturday, because we still have the Graham Hansen SBC. That could be another card that comes out that could hurt some prices. We talked about not buying center attacking mids or trading with center attacking mids yesterday. Well, this is a good reason to not, right? 400K for Arda Güler. Sure, he got a new TOTS card, but 400K down to 200,000 coins. What's going to happen with Hansen if she is just as well priced as Julian Alvarez? Probably going to drop some of the right mid, right wing players. What if it's Vicky Lopez today? That could drop some prices as well. A lot of good players that could be released today via an SBC. Would expect one of them. It'll be leaked before content, I'm sure. Also today, our favorite 84/7 league specific upgrade pack. That is basically a guarantee today. Be watching out for that one as well. Should be just the simple one or two very low rated squads. I forget if the 84, but I think it was one squad before when we had it for all the other leagues. I think it was just one squad. So should just be one squad today too, and should be really, really, really easy to get done. Other than that, paid Evo. And I say paid Evo, but guys, Saturdays have been pretty mid content in the past couple of weeks, if you guys remember. So I wouldn't have high hopes for an Evo today. It's probably going to be max 89. If we're lucky, max 90. I mean, we just had our first max 91 evolution. I don't think we're going to have another one of those. But I do think we normally get paid Evos on a Saturday. So yeah, be watching out for that one. Again, it'll probably be leaked before content. There's no news as I'm recording this video right now of what it may be. But really all that I want to do is rip player picks and rip packs to hit some blues, man. Come on, let's do a set of maybe like 5. Let's just rinse all the way up to like 81 or 82 rated of these 83 plus picks. I'm still running off the high of the League 1 luck being so good last week. I know I asked you guys to comment down below earlier what you got. I want to also like hit these and just see if I can get something good. I know I opened that 350k store pack. It is what it is. I'll probably try to open the loaded patatas pack as well. I know I'm talking a lot about store packs at this stage of the game, but this is why we trade. I know some people are like, Nate, talking about store packs, you're drawing way too much attention to them. I don't like talking about store packs most of the time to draw attention to them unless they impact the market very heavily. But this is what we've traded for. This is what we spent time grinding the market, buying low, selling high, building our coin total up to be able to do, open those store packs and pack the big boy blues. Let's do another set of 7. So one more of these here, and then let's rip and see if we hit. All right, I'm only up to 80 rated as well. I have a bunch of provisions packs. Guys, I have a whole bunch of SBCs to catch up on from this week. Here we go. Irene Paredes first one. Oh, the Liga F cards in here as well. Guys, if anybody's packed Claudia Pina, you guys know the drill. You got to send in receipts, okay? All right. I've seen a couple of Lamine Yamal. Oh, wait a second. Here's a tweet from literally earlier yesterday. Do your 83 plus picks, Rafinha. That's from who you talking to like that on Twitter. What's up, bro? And then we got a Ali packing Claudia. Oh my gosh, Claudia Pina. And then we have a Lamine Yamal from Maddle. 84 by 10. Really? All right. Okay. Respect. Yeah, I'm going to get the 84 10s done right after this. But this is just the last couple of picks here I wanted to do for the video just because I love these player picks and I'm going to be hitting them all week. Make sure you do your provisions packs, all right? Buy the 85s if you have to. They're 1,000 coins. Buy 86s. They're 1,000 coins. Provisions just got even cheaper this week. You'll love to see it. I will say I'm noticing a lot of like similar players, a lot of Cancelos be popping up in these picks for me. All right, well, no blues from 14 player picks, but at least a couple of walkouts, and at least I got a walkout from the store pack. I'm going to get all the rest of the packs done, guys, and I will catch you for another YouTube video tomorrow. I will post any updates on Twitter if I pack any good cards, and actually, I'd love to hear how reds are because I have not seen any red picks yet. Oh, and I got to play before I even get Now, I should be able to qualify for this, right? Wait, I know I'm not. Champs quality points 0. Your boys got to play some live events. I got to play the exhibition or the gauntlet so that I can, oh man. All right, I got some gameplay to be going on, man. All right, guys, if you enjoyed this video, drop a thumbs up on it, comment below if you had any questions, and subscribe if you are new. Let's make some coins today. I'm going to sell some cards, make some coins, and pack some blues. Have a great Saturday. Peace out.